Well, he's not. There's a monster.
The Joker, Gotham's most infamous villain, has been the face of chaos and madness for decades. From his early comic book appearances to his more recent portrayals in films, the Joker is a symbol of unpredictability, anarchy, and terror. But who is the Joker? What transformed an ordinary man into the clown prince of crime? And why has he become one of the most feared characters in all of fiction? Unlike most comic book characters, the Joker's origin story is deliberately ambiguous, contributing to his mystique. The most widely accepted origin, first detailed in Alan Moore's The Killing Joke, 1988, paints a tragic picture of a failed comedian trying to support his pregnant wife. Desperate for money, he agrees to aid in a robbery. However, a series of unfortunate events, including the tragic death of his wife, leads him to participate in the crime alone. During the heist, he is confronted by Batman and falls into a vat of chemical waste at Ace Chemicals. The chemicals bleach his skin white, dye his hair green, and contort his mouth into a permanent, gruesome grin. This incident, combined with the grief of losing his family, drives him insane, birthing the Joker. But even this origin is shrouded in uncertainty. Joker himself suggests in The Killing Joke, "If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice."
I'm going to have a past. I prefer it to be multiple choice.
This line encapsulates the Joker's complex persona. His history is a mystery, perhaps even to himself, and that unpredictability is a key part of his terror. In different interpretations, like The Dark Knight, 2008, Joker's origins are left entirely unknown, with Heath Ledger's Joker offering multiple conflicting explanations for his scars. The film embraces the idea that Joker is chaos incarnate, with no clear motive, backstory, or identity. The transition from man to Joker is a process of both physical transformation and psychological collapse. The Joker is more than just a villain. He's a symbol of what happens when the fragile line between sanity and madness breaks. The common thread in most of his origin stories is a bad day, a catastrophic event that pushes him beyond the brink of reason. In The Killing Joke, this concept is central. Joker argues that all it takes to turn a good man into a monster is one bad day.
All it takes is one bad day. That's how far the world is from where I am.
His experience, losing his wife, failing at his career, being disfigured in a chemical accident, destroys his sense of self and sanity. He emerges from this trauma not just as a criminal, but as someone who sees the world as a cruel joke, with no meaning or morality. His transformation is complete when he abandons his former identity, choosing instead to embrace chaos and anarchy. In other interpretations like Todd Phillips' Joker, 2019, Arthur Fleck, the man who becomes Joker, is driven to madness by societal neglect and systemic abuse. Fleck, a man with mental health issues, struggles to find empathy or connection in a city that seems to disregard him. His breakdown is gradual, but no less impactful. This version of the Joker is less a master criminal and more a tragic figure, broken by a world that fails to care for its most vulnerable citizens. Joker's evil isn't just about crime. He is, at his core, an embodiment of chaos and nihilism. Joker has committed some of the most horrific acts in comic book history. In A Death in the Family, 1988, one of the most famous and brutal acts of violence committed by the Joker was the murder of Jason Todd, the second Robin. Joker beats the young hero to death with a crowbar before leaving his body in an explosion. This act devastated Batman, further fueling his obsession with stopping the Joker once and for all. In The Killing Joke, Joker shoots and paralyzes Barbara Gordon, better known as Batgirl, in an attempt to drive her father, Commissioner Jim Gordon, insane. He kidnaps and tortures Jim Gordon, displaying images of his daughter's suffering, in an attempt to prove that even the best people can be broken by madness. This demonstrates Joker's unique brand of villainy. He doesn't just kill for the sake of killing. He seeks to mentally and emotionally destroy his enemies, particularly Batman, whom he views as his ultimate rival. Joker's reign of terror extends beyond Gotham. He's been responsible for mass killings, including poisoning entire city blocks with his Joker toxin. a lethal gas that causes uncontrollable laughter followed by death. His crimes are often designed to spread fear and confusion, demonstrating that no one, not even Batman, is capable of fully controlling him. What makes the Joker truly terrifying is his unpredictability. Unlike many villains, Joker has no clear goal. He doesn't want power, money, or control. He wants chaos. In Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, 2008, this version of the Joker embraces anarchy, stating, "Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos." This lack of a clear motive makes him one of the most dangerous adversaries for Batman and Gotham City, as there's no way to anticipate his next move. Psychologically, the Joker is often described as a psychopath, characterized by his lack of empathy, inability to form human connections, and pleasure in others' pain. But unlike many psychopaths, Joker is highly intelligent and extremely manipulative. His capacity for creating elaborate, destructive plans is unmatched. He can orchestrate crimes that devastate entire cities and push even the most stoic heroes to their limits. In the comic arc Endgame, 2014, Joker infects the entire city of Gotham with a modified version of his Joker toxin, turning its citizens into violent, laughing zombies. This storyline illustrates how far Joker is willing to go to spread chaos, and proves once again that he's not just a villain of Gotham, he's a threat to society itself. Let's talk about some interesting facts about the Joker. The Joker has always been a fascinating character, not just for readers and viewers, but for the actors and creators who have brought him to life. Here are some interesting facts about the Joker's legacy. Joker was introduced in Batman #1 in 1940, and was intended to be killed off after his first appearance. However, he was spared due to editorial intervention, becoming Batman's most iconic enemy. Mark Hamill, known for his portrayal of Luke Skywalker, is one of the most celebrated voice actors to play the Joker, having voiced him in animated series and video games for over 20 years. Heath Ledger's portrayal of Joker in The Dark Knight, 2008, earned him a posthumous Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. His performance is widely regarded as one of the best portrayals of the character. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in Joker, 2019, offered a new interpretation of the character, focusing on mental illness and social isolation. Phoenix's performance earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor, making Joker one of the few comic book characters to earn 2 Oscar wins. Joker's evolution over the decades. You could explore how the Joker's character has evolved since his introduction in 1940, Golden Age to Silver Age. In the 1940s, Joker was depicted as a violent psychopath who murdered people for amusement. During the Silver Age of comics, 1950s to 1960s, the character was toned down due to censorship, becoming more of a harmless prankster. Discuss how Batman and the Joker share a deep psychological bond. Joker sees Batman as his only worthy opponent. Some stories suggest that without Batman, the Joker wouldn't exist. Joker often says, "You complete me."
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? No, you complete me.
Symbolizing their interdependence. This dichotomy, order versus chaos, adds depth to their relationship. Joker represents the ultimate villain, a figure of chaos, destruction, and madness. His lack of a clear origin, his unpredictable nature, and his sheer capacity for evil make him a unique character in the world of comics and beyond. Over the decades, Joker has evolved from a simple villain to a symbol of the darker aspects of the human psyche, an embodiment of how far a person can fall into madness when stripped of everything they hold dear. His battles with Batman are more than just hero versus villain. They are a clash between order and chaos, sanity and madness.